Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Castle Crashers. Last time we left off in the water level, and I have recently had to replay through the abandoned mill stage because for some reason last time when I left the game it did not save correctly. But we are through with that nonsense now and we are in the water. There are thieves still kidnapping those princesses back there. The other third princess was taken off with some other guy wearing a purple cape. But for now we are in shark-infested waters, and there are also bats flying every which way. The bats die in one hit, however, so we don't have to be too worried about them, but if they get a hold of you, they're gonna stun you temporarily. And if a lot of bats surround you, then they will all be able to stun you, and it'll not be very fun for you. Also, there's archers shooting arrows at you in the background. Also, you're gonna have to watch out for rocks. I got very lucky I was able to jump back onto my flotation device here, and as you can see, I can do nothing about these bats. Okay, if that ever happens to you, just start mashing your X button and hopefully you'll be able to become free of the cloud of bats getting stuck in your hair. The sharks, actually, you can just raise your shield and you can defend from the shark attacks. But these damn bats, come on man, get out of here. I just got hit by the lazy frogs. Those are frogs with like spikes coming out of their back. I'm going to need a new flotation device here, which I have acquired, and that frog's going to get shot in the face because reinforcements have arrived. It's the king and all my buddies back from the castle, but yep, that's a catfish. We are going to have to fight this thing and get it out of the way if we want to go any further. But unfortunately for us, he's a terribly easy boss, and we can defend from every attack he's got with our shield. And he can't hurt us. As you can see, one of my brethren is riding on the back. He looks just like my guy. But unfortunately, he is sleeping with the enemy, so he is going to have to die. Just slice the fur ball, stand in front of the boat, and then go to town. As you can see, he takes a lot more damage when he is stunned by the ship's cannon, and now he's dead. So, that's the end of this level. Let's see what awaits us further on. Only 127 experience points. Well, I guess that's pretty decent. The tall grass field. I used to live on a street called Tall Grass Field. But I don't live on that street anymore. Anyway, there's a weapon that you can obtain back here on these sandy shores here. Simply dig it up, and let's see what it is. Oh, it's the lobster. It's kind of a bad weapon, but it does have the chance for a critical hit, so it's not all bad. There's also a weapon back here. The wrench, behind that catapult there. And also directly in front of where I'm standing right now, there's another dig spot with another unique item for you to pick up, which I will grab later, because for now, there are teddy bears to kill. Yes, they all look exactly like my character, but they are not working for the same team. These guys are bad, and they must be punished. So I'm going to have to carve my way through their bear hides, because we are in bear country, as you can see by the signs with paw prints on them. Look at their little makeshift Bear Grylles shelters. I'm saying the word bear way too much. I'm very sorry. But speaking of bears, here's some more. They are using fish as weapons, and they also have my special wooden club. And enemies can get critical hits on you, so you have to be careful. And as you can see, they're even charging up their magic. They're getting ready to use magic on me. Alright, let's press forward. He's dancing! That bear's doing the rain dance! And that is, of course, going to make it rain, and that makes the bears more powerful because they use weather-based magic. So we're gonna have to take this guy out really quickly. Simply don't let him go into his magic tornado spin move, and I just got out X button tapped by the computer. How embarrassing. Luckily, I got my revenge by doing a tornado twist attack on him, and I just gotta hit him a couple more times. There we go. That's finally taken care of. However, it is still raining, and I did obtain the sheep animal, which is actually a very useful animal, because it will ram enemies away from you and knock them over. It doesn't really help you in any status sort of way, but there you go. Anyways, now there are big bears here, and of course you cannot air juggle beefy people, so my best way of dealing with them is just jumping in place and attacking them in the face, because they can't walk forward while you're hitting them in the face. So just do that and you won't get your ass kicked by them. Because I used to have a lot of trouble against big beefy people like that before. Of course, you could always just use magic or anything ranged and you'll be able to take care of them pretty easily, but if you want to just beat the crap out of them, that's the way to go. Also, there is a dig spot still there that I have not dug up yet, and I'm not going to. This part here, just keep your shield up and you will be able to walk through the arrows that they sling at you, and then just stand here in the sweet spot and shoot them right back. It only takes 3 shots to get through. And you don't have to kill the other guy, so let's just leave him alone. He doesn't mean us any harm, does he? Well, these guys were going to try and stop us, but they got raped. This part right here is a secret area. We will need a certain item later on to get through there, though, so we can't go through there right now. But I'll be back there to show you what's inside. And meanwhile, right here, there's the princesses. But who are those guys? And how does that guy just fly through the air? That's not fair. Whatever, we're gonna have to deal with him later. And for now, we're gonna have to follow that other guy who took that other princess into this cave. But there's bats in this cave. This is dangerous. I don't like where this is going. But we must go inside anyway. Uh-oh. Skeletons. This is not good. What really isn't good is these enemies right here. They don't ever drop items, and they really depend... Defeating them really depends on how many times you hit them, more than how much damage you're actually doing to them. Although I'm sure they do have life points. Pretty much what I like to do is I'll just run for 3 seconds so I can do a dashing attack, and then I hit them with it. And usually it takes a couple dash attacks to kill them, but that's how I deal with them. Otherwise, these guys can take an annoyingly long time to kill. But there you go. That's my useful little tip for you. They're still annoying, though, because they just jump around. They don't really ever attack you. They just kind of hop around and stay away from you. Ay. Well, those things are annoying, but at least there isn't a giant bat at the end of this level or something like that. That'd just be over the top. Oh, come on. There is a giant bat at the end of the level, and he's trying to poop on me. That's disgusting. Whatever, this boss can be dangerous, so you're going to have to be careful. What I like to do is just kind of throw my attack in there, and while my guy is still flipping, because I hit the X button and the A button at the same time, so I kind of do a jump attack, if you want to call it that. And I'll do my attack, and while I'm still jumping, I will move away from the boss, because he can do a lot of damage to you, and you don't want to get hit by his tongue attack. That's right, he just licks you with his tongue, and it does a ton of damage, as you can see there. So I don't want to get hit by that. I'm just hitting him and jumping away, hitting him and jumping away. But as you can see, as his health gets lowered, more and more of these bats come out of the cave every time he lifts off of the ground. And you're going to need to be careful of that, because they can pin you in place and get you hit. And if you don't have enough life, you'll die, and you'll have to do the whole level again. And look at that bat over there spazzing out. Alright, so he's a pretty simple boss, but he can get you killed if you don't know what you're doing, so just be careful out there. And once we come into here, we'll see a bunch of money. And that's the end of this level. Looks like we killed 176 enemies, is that right? That can't be right. Must have been mostly bats or droplets of what comes off of those things, but anyways, I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. Alas, I return, and we are gonna have to go on to the next level just as soon as I give myself a couple more strength points. We're gonna move on to the Flowery field, and as you can see, there are enormous flowers here, and there are also enormous bees with enormous stingers on them. This is just craziness that's going on here. The bees aren't too dangerous. In fact, they aren't dangerous at all. They just kind of fly around and get killed by you. So don't worry about them too much. If you get overwhelmed, just keep your shield up and your allies will come help you. Anyways, there's a dig spot here I should let you know about. Oh, I'm not strong enough to reveal what that weapon is, but there you go. That's where it is. Now we're gonna have to wait for more bees to land. Not sure why they're so angry that we're here. Bees normally don't attack unless you provoke them in some way. But these are unprovoked attacks that are coming from the bees here. I'm gonna get that coin. Thank you very much. Ah, this explains it. The beekeepers are here and they're ordering the bees to attack me. So that's how it is, huh? That's how it's gonna be. Well, they're pretty much all dead already anyways, so that's good. Oh, and the king fell off of his horse, which means I get to ride it. Hooray! I get to ride the king's horse. But yeah, that's all we have to do here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get off of that and try and make the perfect jump on the catapult. That's an achievement right there, by the way. So just in case you didn't know that, I don't see how you couldn't know that, though. And, yeah, basically as you walk up onto this castle, the knights are going to come from the right side of the screen, so it's really easy to juggle them in place for a nice long time and get them all killed nice and early. Oh, except for right here, one guy does approach from the left side, so be careful with that. As you can see, this castle is a periwinkle color, and that character right there with the lightsaber is called the Periwinkle Knight. So this is the Periwinkle Castle, I guess. But anyway, there's a big beefy guy up here, so we're gonna have to be careful. Just jump in place. It looks like he isn't attacking me though, so that's good. Okay, now he's coming after me. You know, if you really wanted to, you could just let your White Knight allies kill this guy for you while you do your magical tornado attack through him. But I don't have any magic leveled up, so I'm not doing enough damage for me to really care about doing that. But we're all done here anyway. Boy, look at that volcano there in the background. It's pretty majestic looking. We'll probably be there soon enough, but as you can see, we crashed through the window and all of our allies came with us, but they all just fell to their death because they're pathetic wusses. So whatever, we're just gonna have to do it by ourselves. And as you can see, there's money and food lying on the table, so if you run short of health, feel free to just crash open one of these tables and gorge down on their wonderful wedding cake. There's a clutch level up there, so I don't have to eat any food at all. Some guys in this area, not all of them, are not very easy to get into the air, and kind of hard to air juggle, if you know what I mean. Like some of these enemies around here just seem to have like more weight to them, so you can't juggle them in the air like I usually do. You'll just have to perform ground combos on those, but I'll show you when those guys reveal themselves. They aren't quite here yet. But yeah, if you couldn't tell by now, enemies are starting to get tougher. They are starting to have a lot more health, and they are starting to be able to use magic of their own. Like, these guys are throwing bombs at me. And if a lot of them start getting in a line and they're hitting me with bombs at the same time, and when I get up they're slicing me, it can get pretty rough. So you gotta be careful. And let's not forget about this dig spot right here. I'll go ahead and grab this real quick. Now, not that you'll see what it is, but just in case you didn't know it was there, well, there you go. So that guy comes through the window there, but I was well prepared for him, and these guys are going to get owned. More guys coming in through the windows. Alright, let's just take care of this last guy here, and then we're almost done here. Come on. Yeah! Take off his head! Alright, it's boss time! This is the guy who has kidnapped, the African princess. She's looking pretty nice in her white gown, but this guy can be pretty annoying. What you gotta do is, once you get him on the ground like I did, just stay right where his body is on the screen, and as soon as he gets up, hit A and X at the same time and try to air juggle him as much as you can. He will fall to the ground much more quickly than normal enemies, so you probably won't get more than like 2 or 3 hits off every time you hit him up, but it's pretty much the quickest way of taking him out. Because otherwise he likes to just run to his stupid piano, and every time he gets to that piano he becomes crap invincible, so you gotta get him before he makes it to that piano. Because every time he does make it there, you gotta dodge cannonballs, so we're just gonna have to wait till he's done playing, then we can finish him off. So anyway, I wonder what happened to the big guy that was carrying the princess over here in the first place. It certainly wasn't the guy playing the piano right now. But whoa, whoa, whoa! Really? He just hits me a bunch of times and goes back to his piano. You know what? I'm just gonna heal up, and I'm gonna use the video editing skills that I have to come back to you when he's not being an annoying jerk. Alright, he's ready to go. Come on, don't even do this to me. Die! No! No, dude, come on! I'll be back. I tell you what, this guy is annoying. Whoa, he's done, but there's cannonballs still dropping. He's gotta be... Jeez, I killed him and he still had enough energy to throw in one last attack before falling. But okay, he is finally dead. And oh my god, that must be the big guy that ran off with the princess in the first place, and he looks pretty upset that we killed that guy. He must have some sort of emotional attachment. Where does he think he's going? I just killed that guy so that I could free the princess, and now he's running away with her once again. So we're going to have to jump through the cannons and land on top of the carriage, and we are going to have to stay on top and keep the knights off of our backs while we follow this guy to his secret lair in the volcano. Yes, that's right. We are going to have to stay on top of here while knights assault us from the sides, from the tops. And as you can see, there looks like there is a bunch of people here. It's almost like there is supposed to be some sort of wedding, but I don't know. I guess something went wrong with that. But we don't need to worry about that. We just need to keep the knights off of here. If you do fall off, you don't die. You just lose a bunch of health and you'll end up back on top of it. Like that, basically. Because once the thieves come in, they're going to start dropping bombs on you, and it's very annoying stuff. But it's once the enormous troll monster comes in that things really get interesting. No, not really. He actually doesn't have a lot of health at all, so you're able to kill him pretty quick. And then once you kill him, just get the last thief off of here, and alright, we're here at the Cyclops' hideout. So what's that little bit of pixelation there? You see that? It's like a little piece of black. Whoa, no, I saw that. A cat came out. There is a cat hiding there. And yes, that's how you get that cat-like animal. It's actually very useful for anyone willing to play an agility-based character who shoots arrows very fast and also runs very fast, because the cat will give you +3 agility. So there you go. And now here's the knights I was talking about who don't like to get juggled into the air. They just kind of, they don't do it. They stay on the ground and you can't knock them, you can't get them in the air to do combos on them, so you just have to do ground combos on them. But I'm going to take out these annoying little jello ball things first. And also, this is a good area to go to if you want to grind for gold. There's not really much point for grinding for anything in this game except for experience, but I'll show you the best place to level up once we get there. But yeah, because most enemies in this area, for some reason, the drop rate for higher gold amounts is increased. Mainly, probably because these rat things run through this area and they will pick up those sacks of gold like that. If they look like that, those rats will try to pick them up and make off with your gold, and you don't want that. But if you have as much gold as I do, there's really no reason to care, because you're never going to have to buy anything with it, so forget it. There's just a bunch of annoying enemies here to kill. Thieves aren't any stronger than they used to be, so you can just get away with hitting them a couple times and they'll go down. Periwinkle Knights, however, keep bouncing me away with their annoying, crappy bombs. Okay, I guess they're not that annoying. They're fighting back. It's not like the game is super easy anymore. The enemies are putting up almost a fight now. Just wait till later when the enemies can almost kill us. Also, by the way, these mushrooms contain food, so if you're low on health or scared that you're going to die soon, just go ahead and load up on health from these mushrooms. More of these annoying jello enemies. This is the last area we'll be dealing with them in, thankfully, so we don't have to see them again after this. I just like to get them out of the way first because they do have the power to hold you in place, and that has the potential to kill you instantly, because if you're getting held in place by one of these jello things and then a couple of those knights surround you and just start taking chunks of your health away before you're able to get free, it can be bad and you can get killed, and it's not good. More gold? Oh, they make that annoying slapping meat sound too, like meat slapping against the side of something cold and steel. But anyways, that's all for them. And now we are in Lava World. It's very hot here. Very inhospitable place for a bear to be. Especially his pet giraffe that follows him everywhere, but we're gonna have to make it through here because the Cyclops' hideout is just ahead. In fact, we are here right now. As you can see, there's a statue to greet us, but it only has one eye. Very mysterious. And there's a picture in the background over there of the Cyclops and that knight that we killed standing together for a photo. They obviously cared about each other very deeply. So we're gonna have to go see this Cyclops and apologize for killing his friend, but you know, you can't just go around kidnapping princesses like that and expect there to not be repercussions. Excuse me. So anyway, there's another pretty important animal to get here, but you know, come to think of it, no I don't. I'm gonna have to go to the store and buy some dang bombs. Dang, that's a lot of level up points, by the way. So good thing I finally used those up, but I'll be back once I buy some bombs. Okay, I am back and I have my bombs, but I figured before I go back into the Cyclops' fortress, I would show you why we can't do this level yet. As you can see, there is a wrought iron door in our way, and there are white knights who tried to climb over it with ladders, but it just wasn't working. So I figure I might be able to get in. All I gotta do is air juggle myself up to that window and try and maneuver myself right past them, and I'll just try and get in there. I don't think it's working. Oh well, I tried. But there's a certain item we'll be getting later that will help us get into there, but I'm gonna have to end the recording right now, so I'll see you next time on Let's Play Castle Crashers. Bye bye now and have a safe day.